The most controversial guy on the internet and the most searched man on Google, Andrew Tate, owns a $1 million car collection that cannot be skipped. This is the latest and most detailed video covering his insane garage, featuring Bugattis, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and more. Stay tuned till the end, because we'll reveal a car so exclusive that only 20 people in the world own it. Bugatti Chiron Pursports. Andrew Tate's Bugatti Chiron Pursport is slower than the standard Chiron, and he still paid $5.2 million for it. Only 60 exist, and Tate made sure he got one of them by securing the 18th number on the list. It carries a quad-turbo W16 engine pushing 1,500 horsepower, going from 0 to 60 in just 2.3 seconds. But what really made headlines wasn't the specs, but its color. Not a factory option, not a standard shade. Tate named it Bad Man Copper. When people mocked it, he gave them one of the most viral responses of all time. What color is your Bugatti? After Tate's arrest, rumors spread that Romanian authorities seized it. But what if I tell you they didn't? While 11 of his cars were taken, the Bugatti was still sitting in Dubai. Aston Martin Vanquish S Ultimate. Andrew Tate's Aston Martin Vanquish S Ultimate is a beast in disguise. Priced at around $240,000, this was his first step into the world of Aston Martin. And of course, he didn't just keep it stock. Originally in Xenon Grey, Tate wrapped it in midnight red, making it a bold choice. It has a 6-liter V12 pushing 603 horsepower that hits 60 miles per hour in just 3.4 seconds. And let's not forget the interior that features chestnut tan leather with cream truffle stitching. And if you think it doesn't stand out in his garage, you don't know Tate. Ferrari 812. Superfast. If we're talking about top G, we have to talk about his Ferraris. The Ferrari 812 Superfast in Andrew Tate's collection is a $365,000 beast with a 6.5-liter V12 engine, pushing 789 horsepower and hitting a top speed of 211 miles per hour. It literally outguns a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ in horsepower. It outruns a Mclaren 720S in top speed. And while most modern performance cars are turning to hybrid setups, this Ferrari keeps it old school with a big engine, big noise, big presence. It's one of the last front-engine, naturally aspirated V12 GTs Ferrari might ever make. The trade-off is even brutal. It gulps fuel at 12 miles per gallon and spits out 340 grams per kilometer in emissions. And Tate doesn't settle for one. He owns 2 of these beasts, because why have one when you can flex with 2? Lamborghini Huracán Evo. Tate walks into a Lamborghini dealership, checks out the Huracán Evo, and buys it on the spot without any hesitation. But he wasn't done. After that, he sent it straight to Mansouri for a total transformation. It already packed a 5.2-liter V10 that goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.1 seconds, giving 631 horsepower. But the real flex was what Mansouri did. Now, the car features forged carbon upgrades on the hood, side skirts, and rear diffuser, a larger chin spoiler, custom exhaust tips, and a massive rear wing make it impossible to ignore. And to top it off, Mansouri added a touch of Italy, literally, with the Italian flag stripes. Tate already owned an older Huracan, so he compared the two, appreciating the upgrades. Porsche GT Street. Trust me when I say, Andrew Tate's Porsche GT Street pushes all boundaries with 800 horsepower. This isn't just a stock 911 turbo, it's a tech art-tuned monster built for extreme performance. Tate dropped $316,000 on it, and even though he owns some of the most exotic cars in the world, he praises this one for its reliability and raw speed. Carbon fiber body kit, massive rear spoiler, tech art-tuned interior with custom Alcantara seats, plus a speedometer built for high-speed domination. The only probable issue could be the footrest, but even that doesn't stop him from calling it one of the best balanced machines in his garage. Mclaren 720S. Andrew Tate's Mclaren 720S isn't just fast, it's extremely fast. We're talking 0 to 60 in just 2.8 seconds, which is definitely faster than most supercars. At $400,000, it's got a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 and McLaren's signature lightweight design, meaning it's built for pure speed. Even Forbes called it today's greatest supercar. And let's be real, those butterfly doors make it look straight out of a sci-fi movie. Tate's a huge McLaren fan, and he owns 4 of them. Everyone knows his famous purple 720S, but now he's added a McLaren 765 LT to his collection, and you'll know why. Love him or hate him, you can't deny that the man knows how to pick cars. McLaren 765 LT. Andrew Tate had enough of his McLaren 720S breaking down, so he ditched it for the 765 LT, a faster, lighter, and more brutal track weapon. But was it really an upgrade, or just another headache? The 720S had too many issues, so he made the switch to his 765 LT, which has better aerodynamics, more power, and less weight. In his words, if you're gonna go fast, at least drive something that won't break down. If you push it to the limit, it will give 850 horsepower with a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8. Will this beat the other cars in his collection? That's what we're about to find out. Mercedes B63 Brabus S63 Coupe. Most people assume the cheapest car in Andrew Tate's collection wouldn't be anything special, but this one proves otherwise. It's a modified Mercedes-AMG S63 Coupe, upgraded by Brabus, a German tuning company that specializes in high-performance cars. Powered by a 5.5-liter twin-turbo V8, it delivers a massive 1,450 Newton-meters of torque, allowing it to go from 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. It's one of the smoothest rides in his collection, making it ideal for long drives, but the moment he steps on the gas, it turns into a monster. With its carbon fiber body kit, 21-inch forged wheels, and Brabus-tuned exhaust, it looks as aggressive as it sounds. Porsche 911. Carrera 4S, the Porsche 911. Carrera 4S, one of Andrew Tate's many seized cars, delivers raw power with a 3-liter twin-turbo flat-six engine, pushing 443 horsepower and 390 pound-foot of torque. It's got a custom black-on-white look with gold alloys, making it stand out in any lineup. But what really sets it apart is the performance as this thing hits 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.7 seconds. Ferrari 458 Italia. Tate once said he's never driven a Ferrari he doesn't like, and his 458 Italia is no exception. This mid-engine beast packs a 4.5-liter V8 engine that produces 562 horsepower and 398 pound-foot of torque. It has a rear-wheel drive system with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. With high-end tech like eDiff, F1 track, and carbon ceramic brakes, this car grips the road effortlessly. This could be a perfect flex during his viral Twitter argument with Greta Thunberg. Rolls-Royce Wraith. Next, we have Tate's $380,000 Rolls-Royce Wraith, and unlike his Bugatti or McLaren's, this car isn't built for breaking speed records. Instead, it's all about elegance, comfort, and presence. This thing packs a 6.6-liter twin-turbo V12 under the hood, pushing 624 brake horsepower. Tate had this one custom built in a blue-black finish. And those rear-hinged suicide doors that you can see give pure Rolls-Royce class. Inside, it's packed with an 18-speaker stereo, a Wi-Fi hotspot, and Apple CarPlay, all while gliding like a private jet on the road. Aston Martin Valhalla. Andrew Tate bought an Aston Martin Valhalla, which is the first mid-engine Aston Martin ever made. That means before this, Aston Martin had never even attempted something like this. It took them decades to do it, and when they finally did, Tate got one of the only 999 ever made. This is not only an expensive piece of automotive engineering, but also a mix of traditional power and hybrid technology. Their CEO called it the ultimate driver's supercar. It was designed with input from the Aston Martin Formula One team, so it's not just for show. It has high downforce aerodynamics, a mid-engine layout, and performance that puts it in true hypercar territory. The real question is, will most Valhalla owners actually drive it? Probably not. Most of these will sit in climate-controlled garages, never touching the road. But if there's anyone who's going to push this thing to its limits, it's Tate, as he doesn't just buy cars to look at them. BMW M5 Competition. The BMW M5 Competition looks like a luxury sedan, but it's a monster underneath. The all-wheel drive system provides insane grip, but switch it to rear-wheel drive, and it becomes a drifting machine. This four-door beast features a 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8. The competition package upgrades the suspension, lowers the ride height, and sharpens handling, making it even more aggressive. Madonna and Clive Owen are among the celebrities who have owned BMW M5s. Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. Is Andrew Tate the real-life James Bond? Well, he sure thinks so, and his Aston Martin DBS Superleggera proves it. Inspired by Daniel Craig's ride in No Time to Die, Tate got himself a blue DBS Superleggera, along with a custom license plate, T8SPY. Originally priced at $316,500, it can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.3 seconds. How? Because it has a 5.2-liter twin-turbocharged V12 that delivers 715 horsepower. Aston Martin only planned to make 499 of these in 2023. But rarity didn't stop it from making headlines. When Romanian authorities seized Tate's supercars, his DBS Superleggera was front and center. Koenigsegg Jesko. What color is your Koenigsegg? That's the new question Andrew Tate can ask, because he added a 2024 Koenigsegg Jesko to his collection. It's a third or fourth hand car. Sounds odd, right? But that's how rare these cars are. In the resale market, they often sell for even more than their original factory price. Tate's Jesko is an attack variant, built for extreme aerodynamics with a massive rear wing to generate insane downforce. What makes his Jesko even more unique is its crystal white color with a Tiffany blue satin wrap, while the interior features a stunning two-tone leather combo in Tiffany blue and snow, white, chrome accents, and even a G-force meter. Rimac Nevera. He couldn't decide, so he bought both. Andrew Tate walked into the dealership, looked at the Rimac Nevera in two different colors, and instead of choosing, he took both. And if you didn't know, it's a $1.7 million hybrid hypercar built to destroy expectations. Well, that's just how Tate operates. Unlike most hybrids, the Nevera packs insane power, combining a twin-turbo 2.0-liter engine with 3 electric motors to push out nearly 1,900 horsepower. The Nevera proves that electric power can be just as insane as gasoline. Rimac Nevera. What if I told you that Tate also owns an electric car? Sounds like a joke, right? But when it's the Rimac Nevera, the fastest production electric car in the world, even he couldn't ignore it. Tate's Nevera spits out 1,877 horsepower, crushing the 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint in just 1.74 seconds. Built by Rimac, the company that now owns Bugatti, the Nevera set 23 performance records in a single day and dominated both Goodwood and Nürburgring as the fastest production EV. Rimac's tech is so advanced that Porsche, Audi, and Apollo borrow it for their own hypercars. Even the so-called cheapest Nevera costs over $2.2 million. What do you think Tate's spec costs? That's a shocking $4.4 million, and mind you, that probably isn't a big deal for Andrew Tate. Porsche GT4 RS. The Porsche GT4 RS is built to dominate. With its powerful engine and sharp aerodynamics, this supercar delivers an adrenaline-packed drive. It can reach an insane top speed of 315 kilometers per hour, making it a favorite among car enthusiasts worldwide. Aston Martin DB12. Andrew Tate tweeted, "DB12? One like and I'll buy it." And of course, he did. The Aston Martin DB12 isn't just a facelifted DB11, but a serious upgrade. The chassis is now 7% more rigid. The body is built with lightweight aluminum pressings and extrusions to boost strength and cut weight. It's actually shorter and narrower than the DB11, which is rare when most cars are getting bigger. And while it's not a featherweight at 1,685 kilograms, the DB12 makes up for it with raw power. It ditches the old engine flaws, cranks up performance, and delivers a true Grand Tourer experience. Bentley Continental GT. Ever wondered what it feels like to own a car that's both fast and luxurious? Andrew Tate's Bentley Continental GT convertible is exactly that. It's got a monstrous 6-liter twin turbocharged W12 engine pushing 626 horsepower, and it costs a cool $250,000. Tate's all about power, speed, and status, and this Bentley fits right in. Unlike most performance cars, which sacrifice comfort for speed, the Continental GT does both effortlessly. Tate loves flaunting his collection online, and this one is right there in the list. Ferrari SF90. Andrew Tate bought the Ferrari SF90 without even testing it, and that's because he already owns multiple Ferrari 812S and figured, why not? On paper, the SF90 is a beast with 986 horsepower. But for Tate, numbers don't mean everything. He initially dismissed it as just another hybrid gimmick. In his words, the hybrid system is a scam. It still runs on a V8, and the electric part barely does anything. The interior is uncomfortable, the seats are too aggressive, and the touch-sensitive controls are annoying as hell. But when you turn off the safety features and really push it, the SF90 actually feels alive. Even Tate admits that. He rates it 8.5 out of 10. It's insanely fast, but it's no 812. Would he pick it over his other Ferraris? Not a chance. But would you? Pagani Huayra BC. Only 20 people in the world own this beast, and Andrew Tate got the first one. That alone tells you how exclusive his $5.2 million Pagani Huayra BC is. It packs a twin-turbo V12 that shoves out over 750 horsepower. And on top of that, it can go from 0 to 100 in just 3 seconds. That's crazy. Tate bought it from VIP Motors in Dubai, the same place that deals in some of the world's rarest exotics. The Viola Dragoni carbon fiber body, Malevich leather interior, and that signature KAQ tag clearly show this car's superiority. And that's exactly why he owns it. Because in Tate's world, if you're not first, you're nobody. Andrew Tate's collection is built for speed, power, and status. And this is just the beginning. Subscribe now and turn on notifications, because more exclusive car collections and billionaire rides are coming your way.